That's the young me. It's funny. It's funny to look back on myself. Um, that was a photo shoot, so I don't always look like that. Hmm. Wow. Um, Most of you know that I attend at least once a week NF calls. It's led by an INFJ, older, elder. She found me on Quora a couple of years ago, and almost two, I think. Feels like two almost, yeah. And every time I join and reflect, my mind gets a little more relieved, and I think new thoughts. I think that's what um, having new people around you or people that like new thoughts kind of bring out in you. So I realized because of the way the call is formatted, um, a lot about myself because I never really used to ask questions, but being asked questions is totally easy to answer, either on Quora or deciding to volunteer to answer questions. I'm part of a lot of different spaces for the past, I think, 4 or 5 years now on Quora. One of them is the INFJ space, and I answered a question yesterday that kind of really helped me unleash some stuff. And because I shared it with others, I think it helped them too. So I don't want you to be like me at 47, like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is why. Well, I mean, better late than never. All right, let me share. Side by side this time. Yeah, let's do it side by side. Yeah. How do INFJs develop their skill at asking deep, insightful questions? Great question. The irony of this question is that we must be ready to respond to the same question if we start this conversation. I am aware that someone who asks me a question either controls the conversation, is curious, or wants to extract information from me. I used to be afraid of people asking me questions because sometimes I felt interrogated. Specifically, it felt like interrogation because of the lack of reciprocity. They would ask deep questions of me, but never offer anything of themselves in return. How INFJs develop this skill? Through observation and pattern recognition. We watch how conversations flow. We notice that questions lead to superficial versus meaningful answers. We see patterns in what makes people open up versus shut down. We learn by observing what works and what doesn't. Through our own need to be understood, we ask the questions we wish people would ask us. We know what it feels like when someone asks a surface question when you need depth. Our questions come from empathy. What would I need someone to ask if I were them? Through reading people and following emotional threads, we sense that someone is really talking about what what someone is really talking about under the surface. We ask questions that help them get to what they're actually trying to say. We follow the emotional current, not just the logical content. Through our own journey of self discovery, the questions we ask ourselves in journals, therapy, or self reflection become the questions we ask others. We practice on ourselves first. We learn what questions unlock insight versus what questions create defensiveness. through learning the difference between interrogation and curiosity. This is crucial. Interrogation extracts, curiosity invites. Interrogation is one-sided. Curiosity requires reciprocity. Reciprocity. Through learning the difference between, oh, I said that already. When someone asks me deep questions but shares nothing of themselves, it feels extractive, like they're mining me for information while staying safely hidden. When someone asks deep questions and is willing to answer them too, it feels like connection. The responsibility of asking deep questions. If you're going to ask deep, insightful questions, you must be willing to answer them yourselves when asked. Share your own vulnerabilities, not just extract others. Create safety through mutual disclosure, not one-sided questioning. Recognize when someone isn't ready for the depth and respect that boundary. Deep questions are invitations to meaningful conversation, not tools for control or extraction. INFJs develop this skill by learning to ask with genuine curiosity and openness, not from a position of hidden observation. The skill isn't just in knowing what to ask, it is in being willing to be asked in return. Return. Return to sender. So out there.